and
Hmm.
start searching for that word. And I think that you not only search, but you also implement that word in
Yeah,
your, yeah, in your session and in real,
exactly. I do
real
so.
time. Real time. And
Yeah.
that is the fruitful and the right way to learn this language. What people do normally, they just jot down the words in their
Hmm.
diary. Now what happened, their diary is full of 100 or 200 words they have that, but when
Mm-hmm.
real time comes, they forget everything because they're not
Yeah,
implementing the word.
I'm doing great, and thank you. Thank you for asking. And what about you?
I'm also doing great, fit and fine, rocking and rolling at the same time.
Mhm.
And I'm so happy to see you. And it's my privilege to connect with you.
Oh,
To
my
be
pleasure,
very,
my pleasure.
to be very
Thank
honest.
you. Thank.
I'm Ritu Pathak this side, and I'm calling you Agra, which is very near to Mathura.
Oh,
Right?
great.
All right. That is why maybe that is a bond between both of us. Therefore, you know,
Yeah,
right?
we are
Mathura
quite,
versus Agra.
neighbor kind of.
Neighbors. Right, right, neighbors. And also, you can say I'm an English teacher, mentor, communicator, and public speaker. And
Wow.
English is in my blood. So you can say like
Mhm.
that. I love this language so much that I can do anything to learn new words every day. So I don't feel over stressed, to be very honest. Whenever I have a chance to try on something new, then I never let it go because I'm the person who think that opportunity never knocks twice at your door. So whenever I have that
Exactly.
golden diamond, silver chance, whatever chance, I just grab it and make the most out of it. Yes.
Wow, great. Amazing. Amazing thought. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, so you have any queries to ask?
Yeah, I just want to ask about your beautiful journey. Like you told me that now you are also working as a teacher. So
Hmm.
how come? I mean, what efforts did you put in? Tell me something about your journey, about the struggles that you faced.
Hmm. To be very honest, it took me so long to reach this level. Like now I can converse with people so confidently and comfortably in English. But initially, when I embarked this journey, it has been more than 3 years. So that time I used to make my solo videos and I had this ignition to speak up things in English, but I didn't have the ambience. So I used to talk with myself and then getting it recorded and then uploading it on YouTube. This is how I just commenced this journey. And then, like, I think for 1 year, I had been doing this. With you can say retaining that kind of continuity, but I was not getting the level of confidence. So in second year, I stopped everything. I didn't make any video, and after that, meaning third year, again I bounced back thinking that this much I could do. So again started making my solo videos, and it has been 7 months and I have been talking with so many people. I have talked more than 500 people so far. So
Nice.
as initially when I connected with a few people, so I used to speak a lot, talking about number of conversations. So I used to speak with the 7 to 10 people on every single day initially when I embarked my another journey, meaning conversational videos.
Right, right.
That has really magnified my confidence. But nowadays I'm not really regular, I'm quite erratic as I don't get much time. I'm quite swamped with my own work and juggling all the things like performing the household chores and going to the school. A lot of things I have to do. So this is why I don't get much time myself to do some different kind of things and exploring myself in this English language. And talking about getting this job, so it just happened out of nowhere. Like I just got this job. Actually, they approached me,
Oh,
the
wow.
authority, you can say. Yeah, I
Right.
come across I think before this job, in the month of December, like I joined in 2nd of January. So I'm talking about in the month of December, I just went to the market with my son, and it was a watch shop, huge watch shop. And there I met a person, the you can say the shopkeeper, the owner of the shop. And there I we had a conversation in English. Like all of a sudden he started speaking things in English, and
Uh-huh.
I didn't imagine that because in Mathura that doesn't happen. you
Yeah,
know
yeah, yeah.
yeah, a few people talk like this way, in English.
Right.
So when he started in English, so I also started and responding them back. him in things in English. So this is how we had a conversation, and I think he sensed my confidence level, and he asked about the things like that time I used to teach to the students online. So he was like, "Yeah, okay, there's a school. Would you like to work as a tutor, like spoken English tutor over there? Because they have been searching like tutors." So this is why I noted yes. I was like, okay, let me try. And that is how this happened. And I think a few days later, I came to know that the person I met, he was the person who is holding the, authority authority of
Okay.
that particular school, like a kind of management, you can say.
Right,
He's
right.
managing things, yeah. So this is
Absolutely.
how it happened. But I never imagined to work as a teacher in a school. But it's quite exhausting as well, as I have to turn up my volume many a times.
Yes, I can understand. You see, everything has pros and cons. So
Exactly.
we should just assume that anything that is happening in your life is for good. So see, you got an opportunity of your
Mm-hmm.
own choice. Sometimes it happens now that out of certain or various situations in life, we have to do work which we don't like. But this is the task, I think so, that you always wanted to do. So are you enjoying this new journey in your life?
Yeah, I'm enjoying. It's quite, enthralling. But the thing is, sometime I have to, as I am not feeling really well many a times. Like I had been suffering from some health issues as well, like 3 times from chikungunya. It's a kind of disease, and it's a form of joint pain and the fever. So 3 times it happened to me, and this is why, like, sometimes I feel like, very under the weather,
Exhausted.
you can say,
Hmm.
exhausting. So sometime I feel like it's a kind of challenging, going to the school and then dealing with the students. But yeah, initially I really enjoyed, as I taught to the teachers for 15 to 16 days, all the teachers initially. So it was a different kind of feeling, and the opportunity I got over there, teaching to this like 32 to 35 number of teachers. It really
Right.
makes a difference. And that
Yes.
time I was boosting my confidence. I was not fearing. There was no sign of fear. Yeah.
Right. Experience teaches us everything. With the passage of
Mhm.
time, we grow in experience and then maturity level also. But things come, I think that this is my personal perspective, that things
Mhm.
come only when you are ready to come out of your comfort zone. Like you are
Exactly.
so brave. You are so brave that you are managing everything. I mean, efficiently, proficiently, and expertly.
Mhm.
Like you are under the weather, you told me, you feel sometime exhausted also, but then you are managing everything good.
Yeah.
So, where do you get this kind of inspiration, your own dream? Because I think that whenever you feel not working, like sometimes it happens with all the ladies,
Yeah.
that we feel
Mm-hmm.
it's so tedious. Even the
Exactly.
task which we used to die for sometimes appears very tedious and boring in front of us. But ultimately,
Correct.
because we all ladies are multitaskers, so we come out with a middle ground that we have to
Mm.
do it anyhow. So,
Yeah.
what is the source of inspiration whenever you don't feel to do a task and then you have to do it? So, is there any inspiration behind it that you start doing and you
Mm-hmm.
continue to do that job?
Inspiration, I would say, I don't know, but I feel really good, really nice when I teach to the students. I have mingled with them. So that's a different kind of feeling, I can say. And talking about English language, so yes, I have a kind of connection with this English language from a very long time, because initially, talking about my childhood, I used to have a dream, like I wish I could speak in English, but I didn't do anything for that. And 3 4 years ago, when I had this much, ignition, the kind of, enthusiasm towards this English language,
Mhm.
that anyhow I have to do this. So that made me do so.
Right.
Anytime when it comes to speaking English, when it comes to searching the words from the dictionary, so nobody can stop me there. There is no hindrance for me. I can do it, when somebody, like all the people of my family, like my family members, they are asleep, and that time I'm not feeling sleepy, and I'm doing that time, I'm just searching the words from the dictionary. This I used to do earlier. Now I don't do so because I don't have much time, but what I do, like whatever I'm reading and I just come across a new word, so sometimes the words is really captivating, And if I don't know the meaning of that particular word, so that time, at the same time, I take the screenshot, and when I get time, I write down all the words in my diary. This I do.
Very nice. So I can notice that you have the emotion of yeah, putting everything on fire and doing it right away, straight away. You don't want to wait
Yeah.
it, because if you have listened to that speaker Tony Robbins, he had that
Okay.
5 second habit, that 5 second rule. 5 second rule is only whenever you have a kind of click in your mind that I want to do this, do it straight away. Because
Yeah.
if you show any kind of procrastination, if you just give it a shot that I will do it after 10 minutes, maybe you won't be able to do it never.
Exactly.
Yes. So if you have that trigger in your mind, like you told me, that whenever you come across a new word, you immediately take a screenshot and
Hmm.
start searching for that word. And I think that you not only search, but you also implement that word in
Yeah.
your, yeah, in your session and in real
Exactly. I do
real
so.
time. Real time. And
Yeah.
that is the fruitful and the right way to learn this language. What people do normally, they just jot down the words in their
Hmm.
diary. Now what happens, their diary is full of 100 or 200 words they have, but when
Hmm.
real time comes, they forget everything because they're not
Yeah.
implementing the word,
Exactly.
right?
This happens. In succinct, I would say I have a kind of connection, you can say love with this language, and this is why I'm doing this. And when I'm like talking with anyone, so I feel much confident and comfortable. It really matters when you speak this language so comfortably.
Right.
That you are speaking this much comfortably that other person can sense this. They can guess this. Okay, she's really comfortable with the language, and she comfortably speaking things with a flow, with a smoothness, and that makes a
Right.
difference.
But I think curiosity, which you have and I also have, that is why I can resonate with you. Uh, if you have curiosity, then you can do
Hmm.
wonders.
Yeah,
Because curiosity is mandatory for learning purpose. If you want to learn anything, then you have to be curious all the time. You don't wait, and you can't wait for the right time to come, because I don't think there is a right time to do anything. Whenever you feel like doing something new,
hmm,
start, initiate the process, and then everything will be taught to you, everything will come to you naturally. You will start connecting with the right person, you will start
exactly.
connecting with the right word, you will start using the right therapy, the right process. But
Hmm.
actually people, they face, I think they face the problem because they don't want to initiate, they don't want to come out of their comfort zone.
Yeah, true that. I
Yes.
totally concur with this. True that. Earlier, I also used to think so. I had this kind of, inhibition, you can say, that I didn't want to come out from my comfort zone, dealing with the people, specifically talking about males. So 7 months ago, I used to feel fear to
Hmm.
deal with male in English language. And now I can speak so comfortably. I don't have
Very.
any fear or hesitation.
Nootan is like, you come here and I will
Yeah.
talk to you.
Yeah. Yeah,
Right.
you
That kind
can
of
imagine,
confidence is needed.
hmm,
That kind of
yeah,
confidence is needed 100%. Even
yeah,
if
and
we are feeling a little bit nervous, even our legs are shaking, but the thing is that we shouldn't let the other person know that we are feeling this way, and only we can help with that.
exactly true that. And what thing that can help here? Like initially, it happens that when you are meeting for the very first time with anyone, so it happens and talking in English and coming out from your comfort zone, then you are speaking. So initially, it happens. You feel like cold feet and all the things. The thing is, it's a transient. You know, it
Hmm.
can go away. It can go away, and all depends on you. How much efforts you are putting in, and you don't have to sway at that
Right.
particular moment. Yeah, and
Exactly.
you just have to continue. Just finish your point in English, and end your conversation in English. Don't jump into your mother tongue. This really matters, because some people do such things that they just all of a sudden, they just as they are feeling really kind of hesitation, and they just jump into their mother tongue. This happens.
Mother. Right. They don't want to waste their time in thinking.
Yeah,
We have to change our mindset. Whenever people ask me that what tips do you want to give, then I only give two tips. Ki man, you have to practice. One and only
Yeah.
rule is practice
Mm-hmm.
it. Second is stop translating. What we do is normally we translate the sentences word for word. And
Yeah.
this is the root cause of failure. That is why we can't understand, we can't talk in English, we can't have that kind of conversation comfortably. Because, like, I am having a conversation with you. Now, sometimes what happens that beginners, they start translating each and every sentence,
Mm-hmm.
and therefore they find themselves either stuck or they normally complain that their mind goes blank. So always think in
Yeah.
English in a very natural way. Even you are in the kitchen, you are working, you are doing all your household chores. Use the simple words like mopping, brushing,
Mm-hmm.
dusting, cooking, baking, because it happens that when you have to speak the word, it is not coming in your mind. You are not
Exactly.
taking, yes, you are forgetting everything, even though you know that word. And that is the worst thing that people feel. Like, oh, ma'am, I know this word, I have read it and I have noted it down. But when right
Mm-hmm.
time comes, I fail to use that word as it is. Because you think in your native language. And now at times,
Exactly.
yes, your mind
Mm-hmm.
takes time to to initiate the process, and you take a lot of time in thinking what is the English of this word. So if you start thinking in English, then definitely that problem will diminish away, and you will
Mm-hmm.
find it very cool as cucumber, and you will be at your own ease and at your own pace. So that is the very simple formula and trick to learn this language.
Mm-hmm.
But people are so much worried about this language, I don't know why.
Yeah, this happens, and somewhere we are not doing practicing up to the mark. Practicing means opening your mouth. It's not about just thinking a lot of things inwardly. It's
Yes,
about opening your mouth, because it's also a form of practicing. When you open your
exactly.
mouth, so it's the kind of exercise, mouth muscle exercise is happening. So you are becoming much attuned with this language if you speak a lot of time, and this really matters, because we say, and I also used to do such things, thinking in English. It's not about just only thinking, it's about speaking things, because
Exactly.
your words should be aligning with your thoughts as well at the
Mhm.
same time. So you don't have to pressurize your mind at the same time, I can say. Meaning, just speak, open your mouth,
Yes, open your
as
mouth.
I think. Yeah.
Exactly. Now, if we think that sitting in a blank room and you are noting down the words and meanings, and it will not help you alone. I know
Mm-hmm.
that we have four tools in English. We all know. Even a little child knows very well that we have
Mm-hmm.
four tools like reading, writing, speaking, and listening. But what do you want to do? You want to be a speaker, then speak. Right?
Exactly.
If you don't want to be a listener, you don't want to be a reader, you don't want to be a writer, you want to be a speaker, then start
Mm-hmm.
speaking. Why are you not speaking? Speak in a rusty manner. It doesn't matter. Everyone, see, no one is perfect. What happens
Mm-hmm.
now, people get confused between perfection and learning. They think that if we are
Yeah.
learning this language, we have to be perfect. So
Mm-hmm.
change your mindset, I think, for the viewers. So what tips you want to share with the audience, that how can, especially the beginner, intermediate and advanced level have no as such problem, but for the beginners, what would you suggest for them?
I can say, you should not be fearing of failure, being failure, because once you have the fear of being failure, that I'm going to fail, or worse, failing me when it comes to speaking English, and that time you are brimmed with this much fear that you are not opening your mouth to speak a single sentence. So it's futile. It's of no use. So I can say it's okay if you make mistakes and you are end up making a lot of mistakes. At least take a head start, speak, initiate a conversation, or get into the conversation anyhow if you can, or else speak with yourself, do the self talk but out loud, not just thinking inwardly. It's okay, and it's really
Right.
nice that you're thinking inwardly, but opening your mouth really makes a difference here, because when you are interacting with people, obviously you have to speak with them. You're not speaking with them inwardly, right? So this you can do, and this really helps.
Right. So, in a nutshell, it means that for the beginners, they can listen to podcast, they can read or they can write, but the most important
Most
tool
important
is
things.
to speak. They should
Yeah.
start speaking right now if they want to, be fluent in this language, if they want to master this language. All
Yeah,
right.
that's momentous part. That is momentous part. Yeah.
That is the most important. I mean, they have to
Yeah.
invest a large amount of time, we can say, in speaking this language. Only then they can fade away all those fears or all those traumas or underconfidence, whatever they name it, right?
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
okay, Nootan. So it was a great session talking with you, and
Yeah.
I'm so lucky to have you here on this platform. So can
I'm
you wind
also
up?
really elated. I'm also really elated talking with you. Thank you. You gave me your precious time. And
Same
it was
here.
really, really nice and enthralling conversation with you. Really engaging. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Take care. Bye.